AL programming in the era of artificial intelligence. This could be the last video in this series. Should have been recorded 2 weeks ago, but okay, life happened. Busy, a lot of things. So, and we are here to just like wrap it up with this AL programming in the era of artificial intelligence. And definitely today we are getting our hands dirty and starting with this working with the standard data model.
Hii ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
When you are creating an extension in Business Central, you should create it similar to how Business Central looks like. So it should flow in a certain way. It should look in a certain way. Tables should look in a certain way. Pages should look in a certain way, or they should have a certain behavior. And this is how it's summarized. Data flows from configuration tables, and so the consistent data model and data flow patterns is important. When users master one application area and understand the data model principle, they can quickly understand other application areas. So when you understand the principle of the data models and patterns, you can customize the standard application and you can build the new application areas and maintain a consistent experience in the standard application. So this capability, it helps ensure users are as productive as possible. And so every application area will contain a configuration, operational transaction, and of course a posted transaction. So configuration is of course slowly changing, like master tables, setup tables. The configuration, operational, they are working tables and they are used regularly. And these are mostly, and when you look at the operation tables at the document header, like the header, journal line. So this is the pattern that you should follow. So like just understanding which are your configuration, where are you doing the setups. Remember, Business Central is also setup based. Are you doing the setups, and where are you doing the operations, and of course where are you doing now the history or storing the historical information, and what information are you actually storing as part of your history. So back quickly to Visual Studio Code. So this is just a really quick extension on managing instruments and trying to follow a few design patterns, and it's basically trying to use most of the objects that are available, from profiles to permissions to tables, of course reports, queries, objects, everything, even a report extension, a code unit, and so even a custom table extension. And ideally, so what to be honest, this one has been generated by AI. I have not like written this code manually and typed it and everything. But let's look at what this extension is doing. So 15 minutes ago. So ideally what this extension is supposed to do, it's supposed to simply track instruments with details like category, strings, and everything. So I just had a prompt that was similar to this, a very simple prompt to generate this extension, and of course using Claude Sonnet. Claude really works well with AL, and for me, I don't try too many new models, as when I find one that is working well, and that's Claude for me. So this was the instruction to create an extension with this runtime and have this ID range, no implicit with application area, code style, Pascal's case, and everything. Two space indentation consistently begin after as afterward, of course, making sure that there is performance, like binary operators that at the next line never end at the current line, like if you say if then, no unnecessary else. And these are AL guidelines that for good AL code that you should write. So this is basically getting it from AL guidelines.dev, and you can basically have your model do this case action on the next line before the value. Data retrieval, always use the set load fields before the find set get find first. When not all fields are needed, list only the fields that are actually used, but get, you don't need the set load because you're getting the primary key. But again, find set only when iterating, and of course set range, set filter. So these are of course error handling. Use the error info, create events. The facade code unit must publish. You should have a pattern that is similar to Business Central, and of course these are the objects that it is creating. Quickly, this one. So I don't want actually to send this to you, because you need to create something on your own. And with the era of artificial intelligence, I don't need to tell you. Like, if it was like 3-4 years ago, I'll be like, okay, now this is my code, I'm sending you a GitHub link so that you can check what I did. I actually did I created a table and everything. But here now, you see, you have the option of selecting the model and use the plan mode to create such. I didn't use the plan mode, I just used Claude on the side, but you can still get it with the plan mode, because now it even creates an implementation phase or plan on how this will be implemented. So think of and the idea here, how was my prompt? My prompt was like, I want to create a new Business Central extension that will manage instruments. My target is to make sure that the commonly used tables and extensions for Business Central have been actually they are part of this extension. And also the other thing is, I should have I'm forgetting everything. I should use AL guidelines.dev or AL guidelines for the best AL development. And again, I should leverage the and again, I should leverage the standard data flow model to ensure that I have master data configuration data appropriately for a good AL extension. And of course, ensure that you have a table extension and page, and use as many objects as possible in this extension, because I wanted to just make sure that all the extension have been used, or most of them, like the instrument count. There is this field in the instrument count where it is extending the customer table, and it is creating a flow field, like showing you that of course instrument where they are assigned to the customer, showing you that of course the instrument table with the number, name, the category of the instrument. So the enum came in form of the instrument category, like is it a string, woodwind, brass, keys, percussion. And of course we had also the setup, because we are looking at the configuration table like a setup, because it always has a primary key of 10 instruments, default category, required number, series number. So it's even easier to implement the standard data flow model, because now if you direct your model well, then it can actually create that for you. But before we even test this extension and look at the extension. So if you are a complete beginner and this is your first time, like you're seeing AL programming and you have been following the series, so first of all, ensure you have a ZAL DevTools. It will really help you in navigation and design and movement within AL. A ZAL DevTools really help you in how you cluster your code and everything. So that's one thing. The other thing, ensure that you have you know what you're doing in terms of creating. Remember, we even created a report that is an Excel based report, because remember, Excel based report, you don't need to do anything in terms of remodifying the data. Once you just set up the data item here, and you have everything in line. So let's look at what we have in terms of objects. We have a table, and we can simply create a table like we can say instrument category. These supplemental tables, where it will have a number, and it will have maybe a composite key for other tables, and a number, and of course the description, and of course the table relation. So this is what you can do with ZAL DevTools and create this. So the reason I'm creating this is ensure that you also understand how to actually create and the syntax by creating it yourself. Create a table, understand the fields. Okay, this is how the syntax looks like, this is the description. We looked at the basics and the learning module that you should actually look at to make sure you understand the basic. Let not something pass you where you don't understand it. AL can generate code fast, but slow down. Like I'd go here and say like explain each part of the syntax for all the objects and explain to me like child, because I'm pretty new to this. So choose your prompt. This is not cast on stone, but the idea here is to have a way of, do I really understand what is going on? Yes, there is this table. This is the table extension. Now I understand. Okay, there is this report that is created. How is a report created? You define a report. There is a usage category. There is an application area. I specify the default layout to be Excel and the Excel layout. Of course, this is not using the rendering section, which is a different way of creating a report. But of course, yes, there is a data item that is referring to the instrument table, and I have request filter fields that will, of course, even Visual Studio, when you hover, it can give you this. And of course, now we have the number, name, and everything. And on pre-data item, you are using the sort load fields to set the fields that can be initially loaded when the record is retrieved from its data source. This will override fields previously selected for initial load. Like, we don't want to load everything from the database. It's like saying select number. Even if you run an SQL query, especially for the master table with over 30 fields, and you do select stuff from this table, it will retrieve more than enough. But set load fields, especially when you're working with the cloud version and speed is paramount for you, very important to have such a pattern. And so let's look at what it's saying here. Think so, and this is why I like AI in terms of explaining. Think of it like a spreadsheet, or so the table storage box, a filing cabinet where you store information. So it's showing you, okay, so here these are the columns in your spreadsheet. Like, if it's a spreadsheet, these are the columns in your spreadsheet. You must fill in this. It's telling you like, what does not blank mean, and everything. Keep it organized. So this is the storage box. Here are the drawers in the filing cabinet, and I really like how it does it. And the instrument card, think of it like a website page. This is the details of the page looking like. This is the everything. So, and the rule of thumb here, of course, there's a lot of detail here. Control the table. Control the table. Like, clearly understand. This is what I can tell you. Like, clearly understand what the table has, and any table extension. Remember, this is relational database, and what the table stores is what carries the extension or makes it really work or not. And controlling the table is very key. No, and is it answering everything that is part of your requirement? You want to create, you're extending maybe the fixed asset table, and you're adding a few fields. Have you understood the original fixed asset table, and what are you extending? What field are you adding? Is the data type right? Like, this is a place where you should actually go back and look. Okay, maybe the field, be a dictator to AI on this. The customer name is not what I want. I want the customer number. Like this one, of course, it's referring to the number, which is okay. But yeah, the control the table. Look at the table, understand the table. Like this one, there's a number here. One thing here I've noticed is there's no number series, because of there's no singleton design pattern, because there's no way you can work with a table without number series, where you will enter the number manually at this day and age. It's a quick table, but you have the date acquired condition, and I can actually add number series, add number series to this table. Look at every field, the triggers for the table. Okay, on validate, you have this, and you are assigned to this, because once you have the table intact, the logic will flow, and you're sure you can know. When you are looking at the page, you'll be like, oh, by the way, I know this field is not here. The table is the core, because yeah, we have other functionalities, but what is stored in the table and how the data is moving from table to table is actually what you are controlling, or what you are actually creating. Go back to the setup table. Yes, you have number series. Do we have there's a setup table here. We have an instrument numbers, but of course it was not populating in the number series. This is an instruction to be given. But what I mean is, very very key for you to control the table and ensure that your table gives you the right thing. Another quick note for you here, because I have done many other series and I don't really want to repeat in terms of now going show you know, okay, now we need to do the journals in this same series. There are many other series in my channel covering that. Going back again to reports, I'm like, now this is how you cover a report. But of course, the main target for this, and I hope it's valuable for you, the main target for this series is to show you, um, use AI very much like it's a real time saver. It's a very amazing tool that you should leverage on to learn. But now go deep. Don't be shallow. Make it phased. Go deep. Ensure that you are actually getting exactly what you want, and your implementation will be really, really amazing. So I think I will have other series that will cover maybe advanced features separately. But if anything, I think I'll have another video just in case there's an idea that comes to mind that will really help, of course, in advancing your development in artificial intelligence. And of course, yeah, I think that's it for this video. But I see there's something wrong here with, there's no on validate trigger here for the number series that should actually verify that manual numbers are not allowed or something. But I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching the series if you have watched from the beginning to the end, and I will see you in another video or another series. Have a good one. God bless.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.